live on Instagram, live on YouTube. Got to fix Facebook here. Facebook didn't exactly work for me, so give me a second to get Facebook launched back up, and we'll roll into this. That's the hard part of doing 4 videos at once. Is there's too many devices. I need people to. I need someone to help me manage all these crazy devices. It's nuts. Let me type it in here. Give me just a second. We'll get it all rolling. But good to have you all here for sure. All right, there's Facebook. So Instagram's ready. Facebook is ready. And this is Twitter. Let's get Twitter going. Live. So 151. All right. All right. Whew. Steven checking in from Alaska. Instagram, sorry folks, you guys are here. Instagram was in first. Elisa's here. Sally and KS Craig over on YouTube. And then here we are on Instagram. So Tulsa, Mandy checking in. Woohoo! Sheila from Iowa. Daisy, hello from New Jersey. Terry checking in from Vero Beach. Lori, good to see you as well. April checking in from Georgia. Donna Reed is over on Twitter. Kristen's over on Instagram. She's on in Alaska as well. Very fun. Diane's here. Very, very, very fun. So yeah, we got kind of a lot going on. It's yeah. Rebecca says from Oklahoma, don't stop believing. Never, never. Tinley Park. Jan's checking in. Becky from Roscoe, Illinois. Amanda from Louisiana. Liz is here from I got Atlanta. Daniela is from Nebraska. Hey, Shane's here. Let's see. So Donna Reed hit 10% today. Woohoo! That's pretty tough the week after Christmas. So that's pretty strong focus through Christmas break. So great work there. Amy's checking in from Tennessee. Karen, hello from Long Island. Jacob, good to see you, sir. He's killing it too. And all kinds of good. So this is a little bit challenging, right? We've done 4 live before, but I have Facebook here, Instagram here, YouTube is here, and Twitter is here. So trying to keep them all. Paula from Texas, Tanny from Michigan's a lifetime member. Very, very nice over on Instagram. So lots going on for sure. All kinds of crazy things. Hopefully you guys have had a great break from Christmas, and I know it's sometimes hard to get back. Rebecca's 10% today as well. Isn't that amazing? I mean, when you can go through the Christmas season and still hit your 10%, the weigh in after, that's incredible. That's the kind of focus it takes to get it done. So Heidi's here over on Instagram. Good evening to you. If you guys haven't checked out Heidi is over on, I guess Heidi, you're everywhere, right? You're obviously on Instagram, but you're on Facebook as well. She's got some exciting news to share. I'll let her share it because I'm not sure how much she can or can't share. But go ahead and Heidi, type what you can share in Instagram, and I'll read what you wrote. And but I don't want to share too much because I don't know what is shareable and what's not shareable. So there's that. So Mandy, let's talk about that. Mandy says down 48 pounds, hoping to hit 50 by Tuesday. You know what I'm going to say to that, right? Don't hope. The hope is not the way this plan works. This plan works by doing, not hoping. So I share your sentiment. I know what you mean when you said you hope for it, but take that next step and rather than hope for it, go after it and go get it done. You absolutely can do it. If you've lost 48 pounds, you can lose 2 more. You don't need hope, right? You just need to just keep doing what you're doing. Very, very fun. Ellen says, great holiday. She's back on track. Let's see. December is my first month. Lost 15 pounds. I got your 5%. Isn't that crazy? It's not, though. I mean, I see it all the time. People do fantastic stuff. If they really, really want to get this done, it's doable. That's the whole reason we even do this show is nothing more than to just let you know what you're trying to do is possible. That's it. That's it. I'm not telling you when it'll happen. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you it's doable. You've got to figure out some of the hard work. You got to figure out how to do it. You got to figure out why to do it. But I can promise you that what you're trying to do is doable. Once you know it's doable, it's just a matter of doing it, right? Denise checking in from Pittsburgh. I got you there. Andrea says, howdy. Holy cow, Amanda. That's what Elise says. There you go. So Mandy corrected her terminology. Rather than saying she hopes to hit it, she correct, I will hit it on Tuesday. Doesn't that feel better when you say it that way? And you know what? And if it doesn't happen on this Tuesday, then it's next Tuesday. But you will hit it. You absolutely will. So keep it. So Heavens 13 Instagram, which is Heidi. For those of you who don't know, she's also Heavens 13 on Connect. She's part of the Weight Watcher 2018 campaign. They went out to her house and did a photo shoot for several projects. So you will be seeing a lot more of her. And, you know, she's one of, there's a handful of people that when I first started this journey that really, really got my attention early. And she's one of them. And, you know, not to get too deep into this conversation, but her abs are amazing. And so every time I see a photo of her, you know, she started posting pictures of her abs. I was like, you know, like, I want those abs, you know. So, so Heidi, keep up the great work, for sure. So, very cool. All right. So yeah, no, we're not gonna get sick of seeing you. Not at all. Not at all. So, all right. Let's see. Nikki checking in from New Hampshire. You got a lot of snow up in New Hampshire, I hear. I have friends and family up in New Hampshire that are just kind of going nuts with this snow. So, Karen, watching the bowl game. Go Purdue. Go Boilermakers. Good to see you, Karen, for sure. Let's see. Kathy's from New Hampshire as well. Brampton, Canada. So we've officially gone international again. Always fun. I always joke about that. You know, it's just kind of neat. You know, but that's the power of our internet today, right? Is that you can just do all kinds of crazy stuff. So very, very, very fun. Daisy says down 60 plus. Last 5 pounds to go seems like light years away. No, I'm telling you, it'll get here before you know it. It's going to get here. It's gonna be, and when it does, it's gonna be amazing. So. Kaylin's checking in from Iowa, where she showed me earlier the temperature is -6 degrees. Ooh. Yeah, very fun. Lori says got a little bit of a pity party for about 15 minutes earlier this week, but you're refocused and it's all good. That's all you can do is just continue to stay focused and refocused. So you're not going to be perfect at it. Let's see. Holly's checking in from Columbia, Missouri. Mary from Minnesota, you're here. Lifetime back, heading back to goal for sure. Mary Lou out of Central Texas. Good evening to you. Let's see. Yeah, Daniela, Heidi's one of my favorites as well. So, and I don't want to play favorites because I tell you, you know, with I can probably name about 1,000 favorites. Everyone inspires me in different areas. And so I draw inspiration from a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different things. There are people who are crazy steppers that inspire me. There are people who are great food people who inspire me. There are people who are workout fiends who inspire me. There are people who never give up who inspire me. So I have to draw inspiration from a bunch of different places based on what I'm looking for that day to stay motivated. Certainly Heidi is one of the many who continue to inspire me. So I also get inspired. I tell you, not to get way deep into this, but I do 2 meetings a week, as you know that. My Tuesday meeting this week was the day after Christmas. And I left the meeting the week before, and I told my folks in the meeting, I'm like, all I really want you to do is just show up the day after Christmas. You know, if we can turn the scales off, we will. I just really want you to show up. And incredibly proud of that group for, you know, a lot of them the day after Christmas were in there, and we had some great numbers, give out a bunch of awards. So it's just really cool to see people who just continue, just like you guys right now, just continue to stay focused on the journey to get it done. So, Holly says you decided no longer hates shopping. It's amazing what 56 pounds does for your confidence. Same thing happened to me. When I finally found clothes that fit, it was way more fun. So, neat, neat, neat. Let's see. Gonna scroll through. Yeah, Ellen says there's no snow in Miami. Nice. Rub it in. Way to go. Nancy from Maryland. Dee Dee's freezing up in Chicago. Um, yeah, I agree. Ann says to Heidi, she says, love Heidi, she rocks. Weight Watchers are smart to give her more visibility. Yep, I agree. Jennifer from Mass, 5 pounds away from 75 pounds. Let's see, Dan's here, minus 30 degrees Celsius or 24 Fahrenheit. Walking daily, dressing warm. I got, I don't have them with me, they're in the other room, but I got a pair of Yak Tracks, which you strap onto your shoes, which are, they give you tread to go running in the snow and running in the ice. So that was one of my downfalls last year in the winters. I didn't run as much because it was slippery. But this year I got a pair of spikes that attach to my running sneakers so I can run outdoors in the winter as well. So Dan and I agree there's no such thing as bad weather. There's just bad clothing choices for the weather. Phyllis, welcome back. Burleson, Texas, living at goal. Congratulations. Um, yeah, all kinds of, yeah, New Hampshire checking in strong. I like it. Wisconsin's checking in over on Instagram. Thanks for the advice on the flex plan. Still struggling, but trying. Yeah, so we're going to talk about a little bit. Maybe I don't know if I'll get into the struggle piece. I don't choose purposely to use the word struggle. I have days that I follow the plan, and I have days that I don't follow the plan. The only time I would admit to struggling is if I truly thought I was following the plan accurately and I wasn't getting the results. But every time I follow the plan accurately, I get the results that the plan promises. So I don't say that I struggle. I say that I have days that I'm on the plan and I have days that I'm not on the plan. And I know what happens with days that I'm on the plan. So I don't call it a struggle. I take the personal accountability to it and say I didn't follow the plan. It's not a struggle. I just didn't follow the plan. So it just helped me reframe my brain so that I could get in a healthy place mentally. So, Sabrina is traveling for work and it's not easy. I agree. You're staying on program, tracking everything, bought a cooler of food for your hotel room, and you're currently eating 0 point soup in your hotel while it's 8 degrees outside. Winning. Hashtag winning. Very fun. Margie says, hey. Yeah, Linda says all of her Christmas presents were size small and they fit. Denise is here. Woohoo! Let's see. Scrolling through. Let's see. Scrolling through. Let's do this. Let's get into the show because I got a lot for you tonight. Jan says your blog was awesome. That's the topic. We're gonna start the show off with the blog from today, and then we're gonna end it with an attendance goal. So, yeah, Daniela summed it up right. I get the results I deserve. It's true. If you put in the work, I said this during the show more than once. Weight Watchers specifically says those following the plan can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. You've got to know that term that they use has been vetted by so many legal experts out there. A company cannot make a claim like that if they can't prove it. So, so if you follow the plan as they've designed it, you can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. So I don't struggle. I have days that I follow the plan, and I have days that I don't follow the plan. So anyway, just a little bit of a semantics there, but it helps me in my mind. Dan says, did they give you cold weather survival training in the Air Force? They did in the cold places that I was at, for sure. Very, very fun. All right, let's do episode 151. Cool. I forgot to grab my water. Isn't that great? Let me go grab my water. Right? Time out. Water time. you know what this means when I just now get the water? It means it's super cold, which means I can't drink it fast. Test, test, test. Mic check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Beautiful. All right. Got testing, 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 testing. All right. We're good there. Pen, pen. Um, Hey, before we get into the show, I want to tell you this. I don't think I'll mention it during the show, at least not specifically, but you guys on video will appreciate this. This is the current Weight Watcher magazine. It's the January, February edition. And if you go to page 25, this was a complete surprise to me. If you go to page 25, right here at the top, all of you can see that, right at the very top, it says this. I had no idea this was coming. Someone alerted me to it. It says, podcasts that we love. On fatdag.com, motivational host and career military man Fat Dag has a veteran's handle on Weight Watchers lingo and logistics. From meetings to reaching goal, be entertained and inspired as he shares his own stories, reads listeners' letters, and offers tips and tricks for staying on track. I tell you, that made my day when that came in. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So very, very fun. That's for you guys for sharing and keeping it going. You know the show is 100% listener driven. So if you don't send in email, there's nothing to talk about. I don't do a show. I don't stand here and just talk about what I feel like talking about. I script the whole show around your email. So thank you for that. And let's just for fun, let's everyone go out and buy a copy of that magazine, and maybe the sales will be like triple, and then they'll do a full page article or something. How cool would that be? I don't know. All right, so let's get some water done, and let's go. Cheers. Brain freeze. I can't. If I don't pull the water out before the show, like 10 minutes, our fridge is super duper cold, and I can't drink it all the whole bottle when it's cold because it makes my brain freeze. So there we are. Um, let's see. All right, looks like we're all caught up everywhere. Here we go. Episode 151. Joanne saying there was an article in there that included Dawn Springle. I'll have to look for that. I did not see that. Admittedly, I saw the piece that I was in, and I forgot to look at the rest. I'll go back and look at it. Joanne, tell me what page it's on to make it a little easier for me. But that's pretty cool. Uh, Quokka checking in. Here we go. I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, and your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 151 51 of Wise Advice, and it's always good to be here. I want to open the show with a post I put out on Connect, and I shared it across all social media today. A little bit of oversharing for sure, but I call it managed obesity. And it was a term that kind of was given to me earlier this month. I don't know if it was somewhat by accident or how it came about, but I'm going to share a little bit of that story with you. For those of you who haven't found the post, it's on fatdag.com. Click on blog. But I also bought the domain managedobesity.com, and I direct linked into the blog from there. So I'll put a link in the show notes. But go to managedobesity.com. You'll read the post. But in essence, what I want to tell you is when I went to DC and I delivered a talk about my journey and how I went from 263 pounds and completely changed my life and got fit and got healthy in the process. And when it was all said and done, I'm pretty proud of myself. I delivered what I thought was a very compelling argument, a compelling description of how I took this journey from the very, very bottom and I rose all the way to the very, very top. And in essence, like I said, I was extremely proud of myself. And sitting in the room with all kinds of very powerful, very influential people, and a gentleman by the name of Ted Kyle was there, and amazing guy, and very, very well educated, very, very smart. And he said something to me that at the time that he said it, I didn't fully understand, but I took note of it. And he asked me something along the lines, and I don't remember exactly how he worded it, so I'm going to kind of tell you how it left me. And he said something along the lines of, "So, how are you managing your obesity?" And and, and my first response was to say, "I'm not managing it. I beat it." And that was kind of my response in my head. And then I just let it sink in, and I gave an answer of how I was managing the plan. But at first, I was taken aback a little bit, of like, wait a minute, I'm not obese. I'm fit. I'm healthy. How can you look at me and call me obesity? Call me obese and say that I suffer from obesity. And as we continued talking, it really started to make sense to me that I have a disease. I have a disease called obesity. And while it may not be visibly apparent anymore, I still have all of the same thoughts and patterns that put me to the stage where I was. So it's something that for the rest of my life I'm going to have to manage. And as December focused, and December really took my focus with all the things that I had going on, not at all the holidays as well, but everything else that was going on, my focus had to dramatically shift from me to everything else that I had going on. And during that focus, I lost, I didn't lose sight of it, but I just put myself on the back burner because that's just the way it had to happen. And I started noticing some of those bad habits that I had thought in for so long that I had suppressed had gone away. And so it was that, it was Ted's question plus a month of December of me, living a little bit different focus that instantly got me going, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I already knew I would have to manage this for life, but now I completely own it, and it gives me such an amount of freedom to know that, yeah, I haven't necessarily beaten it. I figured out a way to manage it. And as long as I manage this, and as long as I stay mindful to it and manage it, I can be successful for a very, very long time. So shout out to Ted for really opening my mind and my eyes to something that maybe I didn't even notice before. And I'm positive that him asking that question is what probably saved my life. Because him asking the question just for a second got me to pause and think about everything else that's going on. And I want to share a couple emails with you that kind of tell us that we have to manage this for a very, very long time. The first email comes in from Pam, and Pam says, "I've been trying to believe in myself and not run to food when emotions take over, especially when I'm overwhelmed. Why can't I get my mind off of food and how I need to find something to eat? I've been trying to do Weight Watchers since 1982, and I have never succeeded. I have never, ever come close to my goal weight. It's like I'm a spoiled child. I want food when I want it. Please help me. Pam." Pam, I got a couple emails that I dug out that just happened to come in around the same time as yours. And I dug them out specifically because I got a couple things for you as far as the best way I know to help you is to get you into the community that you're already in, to get you into a group of people who are doing what you're trying to do and simply show you that it's possible. I can't tell you how to do it. I can't tell you what you need to do day in and day out. I can't walk with you day in and day out. I can walk with you in the broader sense. I can tell you I believe in you. I can show you story after story after story of people who have been successful trying to do exactly what you've done, but you have to do this. And I think in a lot of ways it relates to my opening comments is that this is a disease that a lot of us are going to have to live with for the rest of our lives. And we can let it get the best of us or we can get the best of it, but it's not going to go away. The feelings that you described, the frustration that you've described, the fact that you're like a spoiled child, you say you want food when you want it in your words, that's an addiction. That's a disease that left untreated and unmanaged will continue to get the best of you. The good news, though, Pam, is that it's possible to manage it. It's possible to get the help that you need. We have to find out what that is for you, but you can do it. And I want to tell you, Pam, that in the Wise Wingman community, that it's a Facebook group that we have. Go to wisewingman.com. There's folks in there. It's 100% non-judgmental. We're all in there doing the same thing, working the same way. And I want to let you know that we believe in you. We know you can do it. And why do we know we can do it? Because I want to read you a couple emails of folks who were probably just like you who did it and who are doing it. Out of Andover, Kansas, Brandy writes in and says, Fat Dag, I will tell you I've done Weight Watchers countless times and I kept losing and gaining the same 5 to 7 pounds and always quit saying it just doesn't work. I joined on my husband's birthday, October 16th, 2017, which was also 3 weeks postpartum. I met my 5% goal tonight, which I've never done. Next up is Wonderland and 10%. I'm 34. I have 3 kids, ages 8, 2.5, and a 3-month-old. I haven't seen anything under 200 since before my last pregnancy. I can see the difference the 11 pounds have made, and that's keeping me motivated. Usually when I'm dieting, I can get to 189 to 190, but I give up and I go back. Well, not this time. I feel good and my clothes are fitting. I can wear a normal size towel. My pre-pregnancy jeans fit. No more looking like a busted can of biscuits. I can get my engagement and 2 wedding bands on, no problem, and I've discovered that I have hip bones. I was asked tonight why this time is different. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of being tired, and I want to run and play with my children and having diabetes in my family history. I need to do this for me. I have found that I can focus and be in the mindset when I use my Happy Planner, which is a brand, which yes is double tracking, but it's like a journal, and I can add to the pages and I can add pages to the sleeve and pictures. It will be a great visual tool for me to see my journey. I love looking back at the week and seeing why I gained or or what I had eaten, whatever events I'd had and how I handled them. I did ask my meeting group tonight if anyone knew who you were or listened to your podcast, and I was shocked when not one person knew who you were. I hope they take my advice and download your app as you have helped me. Thanks again, Brandy out of Andover, Kansas. Brandy, congratulations on hitting your 5%. You know, if you've listened to the show, if you've listened to any of the previous episodes, if you've hit 5%, without a doubt, you can hit goal. What you're doing is working. The tools that you put into place work. And they all work because you found your focus and you're doing this for you. You understand what your why is. Congratulations on hitting your 5%. Such an amazing accomplishment. I think so many times in this journey, we write that first 5% off, but the reality is that first 5%, That is the point in your journey where the true success happens. Because for so many people, you heard as Pam wrote in before, saying, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And you even said the same thing to yourself. You've never done this before. Every day from this point forward, you're doing something new, which is amazing. You know exactly why you're doing this. To run and play with your children, to fight off diabetes to the best of your ability. You're doing everything in your power to beat this, and that first 5% proves to me that you can do whatever you want to do. I absolutely love the fact that you said you can see the difference that the 11 pounds have made. 11 pounds is no slouch. You can't do that on accident. You just simply can't wake up one morning 11 pounds lighter than the day before. You have to take focused, deliberate effort and get it done. I would encourage you at this moment right now to grab your phone, take some photos, because the next 11 pounds may not be as visible to you. It may be, it may not be, but I would venture to say if you can start comparing photos from now to when you're at your goal weight, you're going to love every single photo you've ever had of yourself. I hated photos for the longest time. And now as Facebook continues to remind me of what I looked like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I can't wait to see them. It's those pictures that continually remind me that I'm doing everything that I'm doing and it's working exactly how I planned. Keep up the amazing work. Now, thanks for sharing in your meeting room. It's funny, it doesn't surprise me. As big as this planet is, there are pockets of places where certainly, it's no surprise. So I appreciate you sharing and thanks for reaching out. But the reality is we're all doing this together. We all find the tools that work for us in our journey. And the fact is there's plenty of successful people who are out there who've never heard of the podcast, who are having their own success in their own right. So very, very fun anyways. Out of Waterford, Michigan, Julie writes in and says, Hi, Fat Dag. Yes, I did it. I'm sure you could hear me all the way from Michigan. I've been on Connect Wise Wingman page. I just can't stop telling everyone. As I wrote to you before, my journey has been a lifetime of Weight Watchers. Never ever reaching 10%, just up and down the same 10 to 15 pounds. Well, I'm here to tell you I passed all of my previous attempts. I believe in me. Thanks to you and all the support from your podcast that you've given me, I can't tell you how much it has meant to me to hearing of all the emails from women at my age, 61 and older, who are doing this. They're making goal, and yes, I'm coming. I can't wait to experience that feeling you so often talk about. I don't want to lose any more weight. I love my Nokia Health Scale. Thanks again. I've been a foodie all my life, and I've used food for all the wrong reasons. I will tell you, with the hard work, the consciousness, and the discipline, I am changing. My life, like many, has had some really tough roads, a lot of heartache and pain. Food will no longer be that path of comfort. I will continue to grow and become stronger in more ways than just physical. Thanks for your service to our country and for all you do for us. Julie. Julie, what another amazing email. Congratulations on 10%. You got to 5%, and I've told you that if you get to 5%, you can get to 10%, and you've proven that. Now I'll tell you that if you've hit 10%, you can go all the way to goal. Everything that you've done up to this point, the good and the bad, if you just simply repeat that, keep living in that mindset, you can get to goal. I heard you all the way from Michigan. I'm pretty sure the other day when you hit it, something happened. I heard this loud screaming, and I thought for sure, yeah, that had to have been Julie. Julie must have hit her 10%. I wasn't surprised. I was just surprised I could hear it. That's all. So congratulations on reaching your 10%. I understand the frustration of the up and down in the same 10 to 15 pounds. I think a lot of us get into that trap. And because the program is not necessarily difficult, but it's not exactly easy either. And what I mean by that is the sheer simpleness of opening an app and writing down what you write or what you've eaten. That part is easy. Stopping when you're out of points, that part is easy, at least temporarily. It's when the tough roads, the heartache, and the pain, when all of those come in and we revert back to food, that's what makes this journey difficult. But you have gone through some ups and downs and you've been able to persevere anyways. And through your ups and downs, your tough roads, your heartache, and your pain, you continued on and you reached your 10%. Everything that you've done, you can do again. Is there anything in there that you wouldn't be able to duplicate? I'd venture to say no. I'd venture to say everything that you did to get to 10%, you could certainly do again. So you're absolutely right. I just like you, one of my most favorite features of doing the podcast is reading your actual emails. And we're getting to the point now where I absolutely love all your email, but I just physically can't put them all on the air. I don't want that to discourage you from writing in, but at the same point, I read them, and what's beautiful about it is you don't have to be 34, you don't have to be 24, you don't have to be 54. You just have to kind of be alive. And as long as you're alive, you can get this done. It doesn't matter how old you are. And I think so many times we just make the assumption that as we get older, we're supposed to become unhealthy. And that's certainly not the case. I have an uncle who's he's never been overweight his entire life, but he eats so healthy. He's such a healthy guy. You know, he's at the point where he just has a healthy, natural lifestyle, and that's enabled him to live a long, healthy, happy life. That's what we're after. And it doesn't matter how old we are. It's how we treat our body. It's how we take care of our body. We absolutely can get it done. And you're right, the food is no longer the path to comfort. And when you recognize that, it's very difficult to continue to keep that at bay, but when you recognize it, it gives you the power to get it done. Now, you hit your 10%. Press on to goal. Do everything that you did to get here and keep on going. And I'm just excited to hear you and proud of you. Julie, way to go. Keep up the great work. And as we opened the first set of email, it came in from Pam, and Pam said, I'm not sure I can do this. Pam, Julie did it. Brandy did it. Hundreds and thousands of people have done this. And every one of them started in the same place that you did, is that I didn't believe I could do it. Pam, I'm telling you, this is possible. I certainly can't tell you how for you. I can't tell you why for you. I simply can tell you that if you want it, it's doable. Check into the Facebook group, thewisewingman.com. Get in there, hang out with some of us in there. Hopefully you're on Facebook. If not, dig in to connect. Find a group of people who are doing what you're trying to do. Watch them. Take notes for them and adjust your plan. Don't follow them blindly. Don't simply just do what they do, because that's not going to work for you. But what I want you to do, I want you to see the things that they're doing and adapt that to your lifestyle and do what you need to do to get it done. And once you get it done, the journey becomes way more fun, and we start walking the journey. Just like Denise out of Chicago, she writes in and says, well, hi, Mike, let's talk about socially acceptable weight versus your goal weight. This is the trap that I've been in so many times before. Here's the story. I'm coming up on my 1 year on Weight Watchers, 12/28/2016. I'm proud of myself. I lost 46 pounds by July 2017. I've been maintaining this loss for the last half of this year. Yay! I decided to stabilize this weight loss because too many people were freaking out that I was losing too much weight. Their compliments and support were there in the beginning of the journey. Then bam, I hit my socially acceptable weight. It was nuts. These supportive voices changed to negative. You're losing too much weight. You're too skinny. You're going to make yourself sick. By the way, I am 10 pounds from a healthy weight and 20 pounds from goal. The voices that encourage you can also sabotage you. So the reason I'm maintaining my weight is because I am at my socially acceptable weight. Reaching my socially acceptable weight has always been my pivot point. In the past, I let the voices of my family and friends win. I listened to them. I ate the offered food and I regained the weight. And so the story goes. This time, my plan is to trick them. Over the last 6 months, I have lulled them into a false sense of security by maintaining my weight. Their voices have quieted. They support me. Over the last 2 weeks, I am telling them that I have 20 more pounds to lose and I'm going back into weight loss mode on my 1 year anniversary. They are nodding and whispering words of encouragement. Ah, yes, I think we have turned the corner. I'm excited to complete my weight loss mode, but I am happier that I found and I am working through my old regain trigger point. My success is due to this newfound knowledge and focusing on my why. My why is a healthier me that can be more effectively helping others. Wish me good focus as my journey continues and a happy birthday on Christmas Day. Thank you for all you do for this wonderful country and for the Weight Watcher community, Denise out of Chicago. Denise, congratulations on hitting 46 pounds down. 1 year on Weight Watchers is an amazing accomplishment as well. Neither of those happened by accident. Both of those are you focusing and getting it done. Now, what's interesting here, a topic we've discussed more than once on the show here is that when we start, when we live our entire lives overweight and we start losing weight, many of our closest friends and family don't know how to handle that. Many of them, they sabotage you with you're losing too fast, you're getting too skinny, you're gonna, whatever. And oftentimes, it's very, very often said by folks who aren't at a healthy weight themselves. To couple that with the fact they're not used to seeing you, they've never seen you at a healthy weight, so they have no frame of reference. You got to keep doing you. You have to make sure that what you're doing on this journey is for you and for you alone. Because I tell you, when you get to that point where you step on the scale and you don't want to lose any more weight, the only person who has to be happy is you. And you can get there. And as you continue on a year later, 2 years later, and 3 years down the road, all of those compliments go away, all the negative talk goes away, and you have to be the one that answers to yourself whether or not you're happy or not. So you kind of have to push past any of that negative self-talk. And I'll give you kind of a little bit of trick is you're at that fork in the road, right? That proverbial fork is that do I go back to where I was, which I've done many, many times, or do I now take a road that I've never gone down before? And I tell you that road that you're going to go down, that you haven't been down before, is an amazing journey. And when I got to that point, when I started getting those comments, I think I lost, I can't remember exactly now, it's been a couple years, but I lost another, I don't know, close to 30 or so pounds from the time I first heard you're losing too fast or you're losing too much. And so what I kind of did is I kind of ignored them, but what I said was, oh, I'm done losing weight. And so what I meant that is I actually was done losing weight. I then switched my mind to eating healthy and being healthy. My body took its own course and it shed the weight I didn't need at that point. But I got so tired of, just like you, I got tired of answering the question with, when are you going to stop? How much more are you going to lose? And I just said, I'm just living a healthy life. Whatever happens, happens. And don't you want me to be healthy? And so that was kind of how I just kind of phrased it. I just really want to be healthy. So your why is very, very powerful. That you want to be a healthier you so that you can more effectively help others. I didn't realize just how true that was until this month of December. We had some stuff with going on in the house here, and by me being able to move freely and not have this, all the weight that I was carrying around, and for me to be at a healthy place too, enabled it to be so much easier for me to take care of others. And then obviously, transcending back into the podcast, the same thing. If I wasn't in a healthy place mentally and physically, I wouldn't be able to do this show. So together as a community, we rely on each other for getting it done. I absolutely wish you the best of focus because the journey takes focus. Happy belated birthday on Christmas Day, but you can do this. Keep doing everything you've done. You didn't lose 46 pounds by accident. 2018 is the year that you completely change your life. I know you can do it. Are you ready? I'm ready. Before the show, I was hanging out on Facebook, and Kirsten wrote in, and she says to the group, she says, "Does anyone else have the urge to start working out, like doing a 30-day shred type of workout video? But then the thought of being so sore you can't even go to the bathroom without extreme pain is enough to talk you out of it." Ugh. So we chatted back and forth briefly, and I kind of wanted to work this into the show because here we are, coming up on New Year's Eve, and this is the week. We have the week after Christmas, the week before New Year's. But this is where the planning starts. This is the week where more people start making plans on what does 2018 look like. The joy of Christmas is over. The New Year isn't quite here. We have about a week to make an entire plan for the next 365 days. Right now, all across the world, New Year's resolutions are being made, planned, formulated. And just like Kirsten, she says that, her plan, obviously, her resolution obviously includes some sort of weight loss and or workout. So the question she wants to attack it with extreme, focus. And if you jump into the new year and you jump into that great workout video for 30 minutes on day 1, you're a rock star. Day 2, you can't move. Day 3, you can't move. Day 4, you can't move. Day 5, you jump back into it. Day 6, you can't move. Day 7, you can't move. And very, very often, there is no day 8. You give up before you even gave yourself a chance to start. It's why I continue to say, set attendance goals, not performance goals. And what I mean by that is for those of you who've been with me from day 1, my journey started as a New Year's resolution. That's right. January 4th, I walked into the gym as New Year's resolution guy at 5 a.m. in the morning, and all I did was hop on the treadmill and I walked as slow as possible so I could go back the next day. And I went to the gym just about every single day in January. I went to the gym just about every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning in February. I set the attendance goal, and my goal was nothing more than to show up. So I want you to do the same thing. And if you have your favorite DVD workout video, and maybe it's too cold where you are to go out and walk, which I disagree with. I think there's no such thing as bad weather. There's bad clothing choices. But let's say you don't want to go out and walk in the winter. I get that. And let's say you don't have the ability to walk at work. I get that. But you have a favorite workout DVD, and it's a 30-minute DVD. You don't have to necessarily do the entire DVD. So what I put on Facebook is this. Let's take that 30-minute DVD. Let's watch the entire thing. And so let's start off slow. For the first couple weeks, I want you to participate for only 5 minutes. It's a 30-minute video. You're going to watch the entire video. That's non-negotiable. But what you're going to do is for the first 5 minutes, you're going to participate in the activity, and then you're simply going to watch the next 25 minutes. The next day, you're going to do the exact same thing. This time, you're going to watch the first 5 minutes. You're going to participate in the next 5 minutes. Then you're going to watch for the rest of it. Day 3, you're going to watch the first 10 minutes. You're going to participate, minutes 15 through 20 or whatever the math is. But I want you to do no more than 5 minutes a day. But I want you to do it every single day. This will leave you at a point where you're not sore and you can continue to do this. But more importantly, it'll leave you in a place where every morning, every afternoon, whatever your schedule is, you get up, you put the DVD in, and you do something. Now, after about a month, maybe even 2, you can take that 5 minutes and you can work it into 7. You can work it into 8. But I want you to focus on doing it every single day as an attendance goal, not as a performance goal. When you build the healthy habit of just doing it every day, that is what will keep you and motivate you and get you all the way to goal. If you go after this Navy SEAL kickboxing cardio super duper workout and you get it done for one day, but you can't move for a week, you haven't done anything. So I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Email in specifically. Let me know what your New Year's resolution is. Let me know what your resolutions for last year were. Did you accomplish them? Do they roll over for this year? If they do, that's great. What are you going to do differently this year to get them done? If you're going to start a brand new resolution, I want to know what your plan is. Let's spend the next week or so on this show talking about our New Year's resolutions, talking about the things that we want to do to completely change our life and celebrate. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on Wise Advice Podcast, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I will work them in as part of the show. I want you to email in your celebrations because I want you to be very proud of what you're doing. As you heard in the show earlier, we have people reaching their 5% goal, their 10% goal. It doesn't matter how old they are. They're yelling all the way from Michigan. The whole country can hear it when they reach their 10% because it's something that they're proud of. Absolutely proud of. When you do something that you've never done, it's a result of you doing things that you've never done. That celebration, that pride is what will carry you all the way to goal. Well, that's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. $151 in the books. Whoop, whoop. All right, so cool stuff, huh? I always like, I tell you, you guys, my inbox is awesome. The stuff that you guys send in is absolutely incredible. So keep doing that because, it really, I don't know, it's amazing to see the community that we built and how awesome everyone is. So very, 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 very fun. Let's see. Tammy says, wish your hubster would understand that swimming is low impact when the weather is like this and you can't walk because it causes CRPS flare-ups. I could swim. I could go to the Y. I think more importantly, Tammy, it's just you're building the muscle memory in your brain that says you physically go there. I don't think early on, I don't think the activity at all is at all relevant. You have to do something that you physically can do. That's what I mean. I mean that's true, but you're not trying to lose the weight the first few months that you're doing something. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to build the habit of changing your lifestyle. If you already worked out, if you could do a Navy SEAL kickboxing cardio super duper workout, if you already could do that, we probably wouldn't be overweight in the first place. But we can't do that. So to think that we can do it once and lose all the weight is unrealistic. To think that we've never done it and we can all of a sudden now do it every single day is unrealistic. So we just got to do something to change the behavior, to change our life and say, I now work out. Now, my definition of working out is walking from here to the mailbox. Great. If I've never walked a day in my life and I walk from here to the mailbox, great, that's it. Tomorrow I go to the mailbox and back, the mailbox and back, the mailbox and back. The next day I go to the end of the driveway and back, or maybe a little bit further. After 20, 30 days, you will just instantly get up and go do that activity because that's part of who you are now. And that's what we're trying to do is build that habit of going, not to try and get a benefit of going. The benefit is the new habit. That's what we're working on. So very, very, very fun. So let's see. Tammy over on Instagram says 2018 will be the year that I make goal. No doubt. I absolutely believe that. And you can do it, right? You've heard it more than once on this show. Tammy and I go back and forth on Twitter quite often. I have no doubt in my mind this is your year. Very, very fun. Nikki, thank you for being here. Nikki says it's a great show, very motivational. I think a lot of you guys forget that this show is all you. I mean, there is nothing in this show, or very little, I should say, that is me. It's all I dig through my inbox, I figure out what we want to talk about, I read your email, and I just tell you what I would do. And so, and really, I don't even tell you much about that. I kind of just really reinforce and say you can do it. If you really dug back through and listened to all the episodes, I think my message is generally the same. It's congratulations, you can do it. Keep up the great work. Way to go. You can do it. Congratulations, keep up the great work. Generally, that's all I'm really saying. Because all I really want to prove to you is you can do it. That's it. Once you know it's possible and once you truly believe it's possible, then you just figure out how to do it, and the how is going to be different for you. You got to figure out why as well, but the why and the how together make it happen. Now, the how will shift up. The why is what gives you the fuel to keep doing it. So, cool. Well, yeah, Nikki, and so I appreciate that. Nikki said it's you supporting us. That's huge. Well, I think we support each other. Really. So, but I understand what you're saying, and I get it. It's a collective community. I'll give you that for sure. So, Manuel says hoping to get a 170-pound loss in 2017. That is huge. You can do it. Hoping to hit 170 lost in 2017 before the new year. So do it. Let's see where you at now, right? Again, knowing that it's possible is half the battle. So very, very fun. Yeah, Jamie says, just got here. Darn, I missed it, but you will listen in the morning while getting ready for work. Just hate that I missed it live. Well, you're still here a little bit live, and so that's probably not bad. But yeah, I'll put it. It'll be out on. Well, it's on YouTube already. YouTube, Twitter, and then I'm trying to work on putting the video in the app. Do you guys watch the live show? I put it in the app or not? I know you guys are all here, so you already see it. I'm trying to figure out if there's value to doing that. It adds an expense to me that I'm okay with covering, but I'm trying to figure out if it makes sense to put the live video in the app for the other. I mean, the show gets about 8 or so thousand downloads a day. So there's about 100 maybe people watching right now. So there's 9,000 other people that I need to figure out if putting the live show in the app makes sense or not. So I'll figure that out. Diane, very inspired. Just what you needed tonight. Perfect. That's why we're here. We're here many nights. Ellen says 2018 will keep doing what you've been doing and stay below goal. You walk daily, which was never in my old life. That's it. Again, I can't stress that enough. There are so many things in this journey that you don't need to go run 20 miles to be successful. Watching what you eat, tracking what you're eating, and just simply moving, doing something every day is where the success is. So, Ellen, you're definitely proof of that. Keep up the great work. Lori says you're going to make goal in 2018 too. Boom, I love it. I think I have about 15 more pounds to lose, but that might change. I'll know when you step on the scale for the last time in a weight loss mode. That's the greatest feeling ever. It really is. It's very, very, very fun. So, Instagram, folks, just so you know, of all the methods, Instagram times me out the first. Instagram, we're down to 1:17, so I will lose you. I will not refire Instagram, so if you want to catch the last 10, 15 minutes or so, you're going to have to go to Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Instagram is going to time out in about a minute. So thank you all on Instagram for being here. I don't know that we'll be much longer, but just wanted to give you that shout out as well. Sarah says, hello, everyone. Holly says, I want to make goal this year, too. You lost 56 pounds last year. You have 28 to go. You can do that. Holly, if you've lost 56 pounds, the other 28 is just doing what you've already done. And you've proven you can do it. If you lost 56, you can lose 57. Right? It's just one more pound. If you lose 57, you can do 58. Next thing you know is 28 pounds are gone and you've gotten it done. So you can do this, Holly. Totally can do it. Myra, glad to have you here. You're very welcome for the support. Get into, if you're on Facebook, but get into the wisewingmen.com Facebook group. There's great support going on in there. We don't do any ads. We don't do anything in there. It's just simply support. So wisewingmen.com will auto forward you into the Facebook group. Kim says 8 more pounds to goal. Manuel, yes. Oh, you're live. Yeah. 169.4 lost as of Saturday. Dude, that's incredible. Yeah, so here I know you're going to get 170 before the end of the year, but if for some reason it's 169.9, celebrate that. That's an incredible work. That there are only a handful of people on the planet who can say that's even done. You're one of them, and you're a huge inspiration for everybody else, knowing that this can be done. There's probably someone who's going to join Weight Watchers at the first of the year, and they need to see guys like you that just get it done. 169 pounds gone. Gone. Perfect. Michelle, 2018 team goal. I like it. Linda says, only 2 pounds from goal, battling complacency. Glad you're here tonight. Linda, I can tell you that the last 5 to 10 pounds of my journey were absolutely the best. Truly were. When you step on the scale and you don't want to lose any more weight, that's an incredible feeling. It's a feeling that you can only get by pushing through and getting goal. Do you want to make goal, or would you rather have another slice of pizza? Would you rather make goal, or would you rather have the cookie? It's a very easy question when you ask it that basic. Of course you want to hit goal. Of course you're going to hit goal. Don't let complacency win. You win. Mandy says you love the podcast voice. You can listen while you walk and you watch the videos here. Yeah, so I understand that too. So I would certainly put both out there. It would not be a one or the other. It would be both for sure. Yeah, I love the verbiage here. Nikki says I am absolutely making goal of 2018. Not hoping, not wishing, not wanting. I am going to work hard for it. Does that not sum it up? I think that pretty much sums it up. Good job. Yeah, look at all the kudos from Manuel. Nikki's doing squats right now. I love it. Look at that. So 30 more to goal after that. And then so 190 pounds lost, which is your goal. There is, Chris is not here tonight. I haven't seen Chris pop in, but Chris is in the Wise Wingman group. He's down a little over 150 and killing it. Bruce, I have to find Bruce's. If you type Bruce and connect, there's a guy named Bruce from Massachusetts. He's down a couple hundred. I forget his exact number. So great inspiration. Todd T-Bone is another great guy down 200. So there you go. It's possible. Ellen says you love being below goal. It's amazing. Let's see. Melinda says, being able to work out and be more active is one of my new whys. I love how my why has evolved since I restarted this journey. You never thought you would reach this place, less than 15 pounds to goal, and now you want to hike and use this new energy. Isn't that true? Right? That's the piece that a lot of us don't understand is when you change your life completely changes and you start doing things that you never would have done before because you actually can. There's a thought. And that becomes way more fun. So, Karen, thanks for correcting him for sure. Karen says, don't hope, you will. I like it. 2 pounds to goal, says Karen. Terry says, I'm so afraid to say what will happen in 2018. I feel like I set myself up for failure. Got to get past this old mindset. So, Terry, I understand exactly what you're going through there. And so, it's kind of like I set a goal. I'm not a big fan of setting goals that are date and time and weight loss specific. Like I did it when I was losing weight. I said I want to lose 75 pounds or 70 pounds by such and such date. And when I got to that date, I missed it. I was down by half a pound or so. I forget the exact numbers, but I missed it by very, very small margin. And my first reaction was disappointment. Oh, I missed it. I wanted to be down 70 pounds. I'm only down 69 point whatever. And so I understand the fear of saying, making that declaration. So set a goal that you have 100% control over. So your goal can be something along the lines of, I want to work out so many days this year. I want to walk this distance. Things that you can control are better. That you can't control how much weight your body keeps or loses. So just set those kind of goals that you can win, and the rest will take care of itself. Morris says, please keep putting the videos on the Wise Advice app. You knew, yep, okay. So for absolutely, the app will always have the audio. Let's just be clear there, because the audio is, as you're driving and things that we're doing, you can just listen. But I may start putting the video out there as well. Holly, your son joined Weight Watchers today. Congratulations. I'm super excited for him too. Get him over to fatdag.com just to look at the photos. I put all my before and after photos out there. I think sometimes it's good for a guy to see other guys have done it. Even though I don't believe the weight loss journey has any gender rules, I think some of us guys have our own implied gender rules, at least initially. So it may be good for him to see that, and then after that, he'll understand that it doesn't matter if you're male or female, you can do this. Diane, 6.6 to go. I like it. I like it. I like it. I mean, this is a great, great group. Kathy's a great point. I've heard that before. Be careful what you think because you are listening. That's so true. Lori says, I love being able to wear workout clothes and actually look good in them. That's true. Holly's whole family's joining and I like it. Nikki, thank you. Nikki liked the show. It's very, very fun. Randy, great show. Thanks and good night. Manuel said, my why and goal was not to die. So numbers I don't sweat about. I'm alive. I like it. That's a pretty great, and we take that for granted, right? I mean, the reality was if you didn't completely change your life, you don't know what would have been in store. But at least now you have a fighting chance because you completely changed your life. Awesome work. Awesome work. Brandy, iWatch told me today that you've reached your exercise goal for the past 101 days. Incredible. Way to go. Cheryl, some thoughts become things. Yep. Hey, Ann's here. Woohoo! Ann had knee surgery, and so obviously it went well, but a little bit of a struggle, Ann. And so, Ann, you're perfect. You got this. We talked for a long time at dinner about this when you came to visit, and it's just a matter of doing your best. It's seeing the picture of you and your daughter, recently, that was amazing. Everything you got going on in your life right now, your new house, everything is great. At some point, this is just the best you can do in this realm. Recovering from knee replacement surgery is a different part of your life. That's not something you're going to do every week for the rest of your life. So during that period of recovery, you do what you got to do to recover. You do your best, and when that starts becoming routine, then you readjust and you refocus on all the things that you're doing that make you look so awesome. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Henry, you're welcome. Judy, thank you. Lori, I saw that on Facebook earlier. Your 20-month-old grandson found the Fat Dag podcast app, fired it up today. You heard the voice from across the room and had to laugh. That was funny. I did see that post for sure. Very fun. All right, well, cool. I made it to the bottom, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. It is, 11:15 on the East Coast. But thank you for being here. We'll get this show published. It'll be in your app by the time you wake up. Audio, maybe the video as well. It's hard for me to get the video out of Facebook sometimes, so we'll see if I can get that or not. Anyway, the audio will be there. But don't forget, send in an email. Curious about your resolutions. Let's do a couple resolution shows. I'm off from my day job all week, so there's no reason that we can't do a show the rest of this week. So look for a show tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, maybe Sunday afternoon, something like that. So that's my goal to you is the next 4 or 5 days is we're going to hit 2018 strong. 2018 is our year. We're going to get it done. So thank you all for being here. Have a great night. Be good. I gotta figure out how to turn all these things off now.